Jai Gurudev students, in third part we have solved some word problem from exercise 4.2. Let's start the third problem from the same exercise, that is 4.2. Find the two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is a 182. Two numbers we have to find, but what they had given whose sum is 27. So we will consider, let the one number be x, so the other number be 27 minus x. We got now the two numbers. Then next condition is product is 182. So according to the given condition, product of the number is equal to 182. So which are our two numbers? X and 27 minus x is equal to 182. X into 27 is 27x minus x into x is x square is equal to 182. We want right hand side is 0, that's why we will shift 182 to the left hand side. 27x minus x square minus 182 is equal to 0. We have to write in a standard form. So we will write first x square term minus x square plus 27x minus 182 is equal to 0. Now coefficient of x square is minus 1, that's why we will multiply by minus 1. So what we will get here, x square, this positive will become a negative and negative will become a positive, minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now we want, now coefficient of x square is a 1. So we want here the sum is minus 27 and this third term is a product. We want the two terms, two numbers such that whose sum is 27 minus 27 and product is a 182, means both the number is a negative. So 182's factor are 2 into 91, 7 into 13. So 7 2's are 14. So if we will take minus 13 minus 14, so their sum is a minus 27 and product will come as a 182. That's why we will split up minus 27 into the two factors, minus 13x minus 14x. So here four terms are there. Again we will do the grouping, x square minus 13x minus sign is a common 14x minus 182 which is equal to 0. From these that bracket x is a common, x minus 13. From these bracket 14 is divisible by 182 and after dividing this we are going to get 13. So 14 is a common, x minus 13 is equal to 0. X minus 13 is a common from both the term. So x minus 13 we will write, and what is left? Left term we will write in the second bracket, x minus 14 is equal to 0. X minus 13 is equal to 0 or x minus 14 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 13 or x is equal to 14. So required two numbers are 13 and 14. Fourth problem, find the two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is a 365. Consecutive positive integer already in an early problem we had seen, that is x plus 1. Let the two consecutive positive integers are x plus 1. But what is the condition they had given? Sum of whose squares of the integer, what we will get? X square. And what is the square of this? X plus 1 square. So according to the given condition, this is the first integer whose square, then plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to 365. Some students are making here the mistake, they are writing x plus second integer is x plus 1 and then they are writing is a square. This is a wrong. What we have to take? Separate square we have to take of both the integer and then their sum is equal to 365. X square is as it is, but here is x plus 1 whole square. Here we will use the identity, that is a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. Right hand side we want 0, that's why we will shift to the left. Here x square will become 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 is equal to 0. 2x square plus 2x minus 364 is equal to 0. Now for all these terms are divisible by 2, that's why we will divide by 2. So we will get x square plus x minus 182 which is equal to 0. Just we had find the factors of 182, that is 13 and 14 in early problem, that is a third problem. But here we want the sum is positive and product is a negative. So obvious one number will be positive, one number will be negative. Then which number will be positive? Sum is positive, that's why bigger number is having, we will take as a positive sign, and the smaller number we will take negative sign. So x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. We will do the grouping of this x square plus 14x in one group. Here both the term is having negative sign, that's why negative we will take out common, so the sign of the number will change, that is negative will become a positive, which is equal to 0. From these bracket x is a common, x plus 14. From these bracket 13 is divisible by 182, so 13 we will take common, and x plus 14 is equal to 0. X plus 14 in second bracket, x minus 13 is equal to 0. X plus 14 is equal to 0, or x minus 13 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus 14, x is equal to 13. We neglect x is equal to minus 14 because they had asked the positive integer, and we got x is equal to 13 is a positive integer. So the required consecutive positive integer are, first is 13. In this, when we will add plus 1, then we will get 14 is a second positive integer. Fifth problem, the altitude of a right triangle is a 7 cm less than its base. So we will consider first base, and if hypotenuse is 13 cm, find other two sides. Now we have drawn here the right angle triangle, that is, are you finding ABC? Here this is a base, we will consider as a x, because altitude is 7 cm less than the base. Than the base means base we will consider first. So let the base of a right triangle be x, that is centimeter, and in the figure you are finding we had given the name ABC, so base become a BC. So BC we will consider as a x, and its altitude is AB, we will take as a x minus 7. And hypotenuse they had given in the problem 13 centimeters, so AC is equal to 30. By now this is a right angle triangle, then what we have to do, which condition we will apply? So by Pythagoras theorem we will take the, what is a Pythagoras theorem we will apply here. So what is Pythagoras theorem? That is nothing but the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. So base square plus altitude square is equal to hypotenuse square. What is base? BC square. What is altitude? AB square. And what is hypotenuse? AC square. So what is BC? We have taken x. X square plus x minus 7 whole square is equal to 13 square. X square. Second term is x minus 7 whole square. We will use here the identity a minus b whole square, that is x square minus 2 into first term into second term, minus 2 into x into 7 means minus 14x, plus minus 7 square means 49, which is equal to 169 because 13 square. Now right hand side we want the 0, that's why this 169 we will shift to the left hand side. 2x x square plus x square is a 2x square, minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 is equal to 0. 2x square minus 14x, this subtraction is minus 120, which is equal to 0. Again you are finding all these three terms are we can divide by 2. So we will get here x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. Coefficient of x square is a 1, that's why minus 7 we want the sum of the two number, and minus 60 we want the product. Product when it is a negative, then one term will be the positive and one term will be the negative. So which we will get 12 5 is a 60 and 12 minus 5 is a 7. But bigger number we have to give as a minus sign, that's why minus 12 plus 5. So x square, this is going to split up by minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. We will do the grouping, x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. X is a common, x minus 12. From here, that is 60 is divisible by 5, that's why 5 is a common, x minus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 12 is a common, this term also this term. So what is left? X plus 5 is equal to 0. X minus 12 is equal to 0. X plus 5 is equal to 0. X is equal to 12 or x is equal to minus 5. and we know very well that side of the triangle never be a negative. That's why neglect x is equal to minus 5, because base of the triangle never be a negative. So what we will get, that is base of a right triangle is a 12 centimeter. And what should be the altitude of a right triangle is 12 minus 7, that is we had taken as x minus 7, that's why 12 minus 7 mean 5 centimeter. Sixth problem, a cottage industry produces certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that cost of a production each article was 3 more than twice the number of the article produced on that day. If the total number of a production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and cost of each article. These are the very important problems. So what we will do here, let the number of articles produced in a day be x. So what is the cost of a production of each article? Means we have to find the cost of a production of each article. Each article cost we have to. They had said here 3 more means plus 3, and twice the number of article. What is 2 times of x is 2x plus 3, this is rupees. Now they had given the total cost of a production is equal to rupees 90. So according to the given condition, number of articles multiplied by cost of each article is nothing but total cost of a production. So x into 2x plus 3 is equal to 90. X into 2x means 2x square. X into 3 means 3x is equal to 90. So 2x square plus 3x, 90 we will shift, minus 90 is equal to 0. Are you finding this is a 3 is a sum we want, and 2 into 90 minus 90 means minus 180 is a product we want. So we will choose the two term, that is 15 and minus 12, because 15 minus 12 is a plus 3. 2x square plus 15x, we had split up the middle term, that is plus 3 into two terms, 15x minus 12x minus 90 is equal to 0. 4 terms are there, we have to do the grouping. So in the first group 2x square plus 15x minus minus, that's why common. In the second bracket we will take both are positive, 12x plus 90 is equal to 0. X is a common from here, we got here 2x plus 15, and from here 12 stable 90 will not, 90 is not coming, that's why we will take as 6 is a common. So what is left here, 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. 2x plus 15 is a common here and here, that's why we will take 2x plus 15, and what is left, x minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x plus 15 is equal to 0, or x minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x is equal to minus 15 and x is equal to 6. X is equal to minus 15 by 2. Every time we are saying the number of article, one article produced 2, 3, 100, 200 likewise, but we never say 15 by 2 article produced. So we have to neglect x is equal to minus 15 by 2, because number of articles never be in a fraction. So what is then the answer of this problem? That is x is equal to 6. So the number of articles produced in a day is 6. But they had asked again what is the cost of each article, which is nothing but we have 2x plus 3. Here we have to substitute the value of x. So 2 into 6 plus 3 means rupees 50.